Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back with another video from Grand Line Review, and I just went back through some of his videos, and I seen that he did a ranking the 7 Warlords video, and I thought that'd be a nice little fun one to check out, have a bit of a giggle with. So let's get into it. Let's see how he ranks the 7 Warlords. I'm pretty sure he's going to touch on that as well, that there are more than...
Hello and welcome to the Grand Line Review, source for everything One Piece. My name is Liam and I am right-handed but also left-footed, so I've got a weird sort of like diagonal dominance thing going on.
Okay.
And today we are here to discuss a one-time crucial group of individuals who have shaped most of One Piece as we know it. And these days get none of the respect they deserve. That's right, it is indeed the 7 Warlords, and nobody cares about them. Not Luffy because he beat half of them, not the world government because they dumped the Warlords.
They did get rid of them, didn't they?
Certainly not the fan base because we now have these shiny Emperors to fixate on. But not today. In fact, get out of the way, Kaido. Because it's Warlord time.
Alright.
So we're going to be ranking all
3,
7
6,
Warlords,
9,
of which
10,
there are
11.
actually 11
Right,
Warlords,
yeah.
which is even more confusing.
7, 11.
Rhymes with 11. So we are going to be drawing their names out of this delightful One Piece themed hat, and from there we will proceed to rank them according to their, how shall we say,
importance?
warlordiness.
Oh, okay.
And it's all going to begin with a quick round
Warlord
of
or Warlawyer.
a very simple minigame, the rules of which are as follows. Here we have 3 of our 11 7 Warlords, but did you know that one of them is actually a qualified attorney? Well, you do now, and it's going to be your job to guess which one it is. Should you guess incorrectly, then you will be legally obliged to subscribe to the Grand Line Review, thus resulting in consistent injections
I'm going to go with
administered directly into your YouTube feed. Meanwhile,
Gecko
if you are
Moria.
correct, then you will be forced to go to law school, where you will have to go with a degree studying Trafalgar Law.
My
So which
God.
one of our warlords is a war lawyer? Make your choice now, and we shall reveal the answer in 3, 2,
Gecko
1,
Moria.
and bam! It was Dracule Mihawk S.
Oh.
He got so bored of looking for swordsmen to fight that he just became a lawyer in his spare time. So if you guessed incorrectly, then you know the thing to do, and please do say in the comments below if you are a new member of the Grand Fleet. Welcome. Alright, let us now plunge my arm into the pit of warlords, and we will discover Sir Crocodile.
Crocodile!
So I should probably explain how we're going to be ranking these.
Yeah, how's this work?
And because this is specifically a Warlord tier list, we're going to be looking at how successful and effective these characters were in that position. Crocodile, for example, is a bit of a weird one to start with, honestly, because I'm sure that he was a rather fearsome war guy, but he was also attempting to throw a world government nation into civil war and resurrect an ancient weapon in order to take over the world. So on the one hand, he is publicly doing his job. However, he is also undermining the very concept of the world government. In addition to this, Crocodile does have retrospective issues as well, being that he's actually kind of weak compared to his warlord contemporaries. It's problematic that he lost to a low
I suppose, yeah, like...
gear or hockey-based enhancements, but it is even more problematic that Crocodile's Logia counter is literally any liquid. Water, sweat, blood, jizz, whatever it is, makes Crocodile next to useless. The man can't even drink a refreshing Coca-Cola without fearing for his life. Which is why we're going to open this discussion with an immediate D tier. Thinking about him as a warlord, not only was he weak, but he was also being a very, very naughty sand boy. So that's a combination for one pretty terrible warlord.
Interesting.
For warlord number dose, we have Hancock. So immediately I think that Hancock is going to be ranking higher than Crocodile for the show. Because she is a very disobedient warlord, ignoring all kinds of order things from the world government, but at least she wasn't planning global domination. All Hancock really wanted to do was live peacefully on her island full of women, who seem to have this obsession with the motif of incredibly phallic snakes, just saying. But that makes Hancock a seemingly perfect candidate for the warlord position. The sort of, don't F with us and we won't F with you. There are a couple of problems, though. One being that whilst Hancock is quite, I suppose, relatively powerful, she is still definitely lacking in comparison to many of the other war bros.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with that.
Infatuated with the one man whose very fate seems to be to implement the destruction of the world government, hence leading to a teeny tiny mass gigantic breakout of prisoners from Impel Down.
Right,
so look, as a warlord, I think that Hancock is actually a solid C tier. Not overly helpful to the world government and sometimes incredibly anti-helpful, but definitely not on Crocodile level. This is already open. Trafalgar Law. Alright, look, here's
he was a warlord, wasn't he?
If anything,
I forgot about that.
actually did as a warlord. I know how he got the
he didn't do anything while he...
government senpai, but then as far as we know, he just went to Punk Hazard to hang out with a clown in the snow, so probably the most negligent of every warlord.
Yeah, Lots didn't really do anything as a warlord, just had the title.
Is that while he is quite strong and does have
so what was the
point in One Piece, he also didn't quite have the notoriety that many.
Really, why they got rid of him? It was just like, oh yeah.
Even have present tense. Like, say you want to talk about Boa Hancock, and some people do. Some people do that. She is a valid topic. But Boa Hancock is a name that is feared worldwide as the Pirate Empress. She has a name, and that name commands quite a bit of power.
Very true, very true.
Whereas Law was just an up-and-coming scrub pirate. And I really don't know if
part of the new generation,
really would have achieved what the world government desired, even if Law did act obediently. So look, my hands are pretty tied here. I have no choice but to block Law right in the detail.
Makes sense.
As a warlord, he was so ineffective that many fans actually forget that he ever had the position to
I forgot.
begin with. So you, sir, are a failure.
Yeah.
Dracul,
mate.
From Warlord to Warlords now. This man is one of our prime candidates on this list. Having the world's greatest swordsman be a part of your organization is honestly what I believe maintained the seriousness around the Warlord title
definitely. My God.
The entirety of its lifespan that we know of. Mihawk is a man said to be an old rival to a current Emperor of the Sea. That's legitimately terrifying.
That is very terrifying.
Wild card, just having
he doesn't even have a devil fruit.
Governments look even more powerful via association. I mean, just look at Mihawk. He is such a proficient swordsman that even his facial hair is sharp enough to cut you. And as a result, we are going to award our first and possibly only S-tier warlord ranking. There is definitely nobody so far who has served this position better than Mihawk. Also, fun fact, he's a hobby farmer. When not engaged in swordplay or legal advice, he is very active in the realm of agriculture, and even employs baboons to till the land for him, so he's quite the entrepreneur. Oh no.
What we got?
Alright, so when I said there were 11 7 warlords, it's more like 11 and a half. Because with these lists I've taken to including non-canon characters as well, and here we have Simon from a Game Boy Advance game, the name of which is it's way too long to say. He was a warlord candidate. And not in the same way that Ace was a candidate. You know, he got offered the position and said, lol, no. Whereas Simon accepted this offer and was allegedly put on the waiting list for the 7 warlords. Which is why I threw his name into the hat, but that's also why we're throwing him right back out into somewhere else, because he's going to need his own very
weird thing to do, but okay, cool.
This tier is reserved only for the greatest of disappointments to the warlord system, which is a level that not even
Crocodile hits no. Fair enough.
From the hat, it is Marshall D. Teach, and actually, wow, could we have a rival to Simon? Now,
he's not really done anything either, it's just like title and then
However, it is very difficult to highlight someone who served this position worse than Blackbeard. His entire warlord career can pretty much be summed up in 3 dot points. He got the job, he ate some dinner, then he effed everything up.
Yeah, like literally, he just went to Impel Down, freed a load of people, then came to Marineford, screwed everything up, and then was like, right, cool, see you later.
And I'll also make the law argument with him as well. Having Blackbeard as a warlord did nothing for the institution. Because by and large, nobody knew the name of Blackbeard prior
at the time. No, not at all.
So he wasn't really someone to be feared in a warlord position, and if anything, bring in some nobody into the fold may even make the world government look weaker. Because, you know, why couldn't they bring a real pirate into this big, bad group of pirate guys? Oh, and also, I ran a poll on the channel, and the large majority of you agree that Teach doesn't even shout. So not only was he the most useless and counterproductive of warlords,
he's most unhygienic.
Probably also stank the most. And all of those things mean that I have no choice but to dump Blackbeard
in Simon tier.
Into the Simon.
My God.
Next up is Jinbe. To put it into
terms,
Jinbe is a very good boy, but perhaps a bit too good. Because whilst he may be a nigh-on-perfect diplomat and generally quite obedient, he does still have this pesky sense of honor that prevents him from doing simple things like, say, betraying his close allies, such as Whitebeard. Were it not for the concept of honor, Jinbe would probably be an easy S-tier warlord. Because let's think about it, he also stands far and above many of the others, even serving as an active counter to about half of them. I mean, Jinbe is the natural counter to Crocodile due to war control, Jinbe wipes his butt with Gecko Moria due to salt manipulation, and worst of all, he even hard counters Boa Hancock, because Jinbe actually has the respect and admiration of Luffy. If anything, Jinbe is significantly closer to marrying Luffy than Hancock is. Look, in terms of a warlord, he's a B. Cooperative and notorious, but a little too cooperative.
Buggy, where you gotta put Buggy?
More notorious enemies of the world government. Buggy the Clown, or as I've written it, Bug. See, I tried to do a Y, but it just looks like a third G. And Buggy, look, yeah, well, he's pretty alright. Because, sure, he does lack the requisite strength of a warlord, but I would say that makes him quite cooperative as a result, because he doesn't really want to start something with the world government, because he knows he cannot.
He's an emperor now.
Plus, his power doesn't really matter at all, because he has a name that is thrown into the same league as those such as Roger and Shankus. From a public perspective, Buggy is probably one of the people who looks closest to becoming another pirate king, and we should.
This is interesting that this is like.
The fact that Buggy is mostly a facade. Like
this is really interesting. Wow, this is like how many months ago?
Means that I can't quite equate him to Mihawk, so we're going to have to settle.
Hey, fair dude.
Weevil. Alright,
what's going on with this guy now?
Warlords within the fan base, but as a warlord, he's not actually too bad. He has power that's, like, he can only be described as stupidly big, and unlike, I think, almost everyone else, Weevil actually spent his time hunting down pirates, which is, that's his job. That's the job of a warlord. He is the one who is actually doing it. He's an incredibly good employee.
What's he doing now, though? That's such a weird thing to throw in.
He is the son of Whitebeard. Is plenty to give him the notoriety that candidates like Law and Blackbeard were sorely lacking during their runs in the book.
No sort of like status.
My personal favourite fan theory is that Weevil is the son of a beard, but not Whitebeard. Instead, it was Blackbeard. And Miss Buckin is just far too ashamed to admit that she spent a night of passion getting furiously hard. But really, if the world government hadn't dissolved the warlord system, Weevil would still be a model staff member. So surprisingly enough, he is one of the closest things we have to a perfect warlord, and is such heading straight to S tier. Bartholomew Kumar. So Kumar actually ranks pretty highly on the warlord.
I was going to say, yeah,
it
really helps the world government out a lot on that.
But in fact, if you were to put Kumar's torso on the lower half of Moria, then the ultimate thick boy would be born. And I would say that Kumar is also by far the most agreeable of the warlords, and that may propel him into an immediate S tier, if not for the fact that he was acting as an integral feature of this little thing we like to call the Revolutionary Army. During his life, he clearly had some very sneaky motives that presented a much greater threat to the world government than most, if not all others, and weighing that up against his exemplary service, lands our man Borg in the middling B tier. Gecko Moria. We'll keep this one pretty
He's so lame.
Moria is one of the few warlords who is actively defined as too weak to hold the position. When I say one of the few, I mean literally the only one. In addition to that, Moria also wasn't wildly keen on assisting the world government in any of the duties they needed him to fulfill.
Which is part of his role.
He is both weak and uncooperative, and as such, a clear Simon tier warlord. Which, I believe, leaves us with the man himself, Don Quixote
Doflamingo.
Doflamingo has a very unique relationship with the world government because he did blackmail them into this position, and that arrangement might serve as a nice symbiotic relationship in some cases, but probably not when it involves the warlord in question commandeering an entire country, as well as serving as a nexus of black market trading, specifically aimed at equipping an Emperor of the Sea with all of the resources needed to declare war on, checks notes, the entire world. It's tricky though, because apart from that little small detail, Doflamingo was one of the better warlords, both commanding fear and willingly showing up for all sorts of world government-related business and administration.
He did not care turning up for anything, like, did he? He was just like, hey, I was a celestial dragon.
Really hope he doesn't sit like that on the toilet as well. But we're going to have to apply some Kuma logic with this. Doflamingo's strength and obedience weighed up together against his world government-destroying dealings makes him a pretty mid-warlord, so we are going to slap him with a mighty B. And there we go, all 12, 11, 7 warlords of the sea.
All 12, 11, 7.
Of their sheer
nice.
warlordiness. But now that you've watched this video, go ahead and watch another, like this one here, which is also about One Piece, which is the thing that you like. There is always more to learn, explore, and experience about this wonderful series, so I look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome. That was a nice, fun little video. He's such a fun, entertaining guy to watch, is Liam. That was really cool, and some very valid points. And yeah, that was just a fun little video, wasn't it? Nothing. There's not much to really talk about. So yeah, thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video I upload, links in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support channels. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for that, and thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe, and leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. I'll see you guys, all you guys, next time.